And welcome back. We're here with Dan Steele and Wilma from SERVPRO. We want to welcome you as new TSPN advertisers. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. So, SERVPRO, what does SERVPRO do? Are you brand new to Amador County, or have you been around?
Actually, I've lived in Amador County since probably 1960. My parents moved here back then, some other family members. But I've been in this type of business since 1985. I used to own a company called Sunrise Carpet and Upholstery Cleaning. And then kind of seeing changes in the industry, I bought the SERVPRO franchise, which is a national company. There's 1,400 individually owned and operated franchises. So, and we've kind of changed to do more water and fire and mold restoration.
And you also said you do lots of other stuff too, like dogs and cats.
Yeah, unfortunately, if you have pets, you're going to have situations. But yeah, we have technicians that do a lot of that too, urine decontamination, things like that.
Mm-hmm. You guys are general contractors.
Yes, we have our general contractor's license. In order to do mold abatement, things like that, we have to do that. We also have pollution insurance, which the state requires. So we have all the licenses and certifications and insurance to do all this type of restoration.
And that's important, because I guess that means you're bonded, so if someone hires you and they don't like the job, they have a way recourse, which with some people they may not.
Yeah, that's true. In our case, working with the insurance companies is usually not an issue. But again, everyone in the company, we have background checks, so it's usually not a problem. Everybody's trained and certified, and so it's, for us, after 20, 25 years, it might be overwhelming to a homeowner, but to us, it's something we've seen hundreds of times.
And that's what I want to point out, is that you're not a fly-by-nighter. You've been around, you're bonded, you have the insurance.
Yeah.
And you know what you're doing.
And being local. I mean, we worked for the school district, for the rancheria, and hundreds of other jobs. Being local, too, we've done work at Mills for Bart and Mara, and others in the community. So being local, I mean, if you're fly-by-night, you're not going to stay in business.
Right.
But I've been in business since 1985.
And you cover Amador and Calaveras counties?
That's true. And part of Alpine County, and we just acquired a good portion of Tuolumne County. So we're trying to get our little niche here in the mountains and stay out of the city and just stay up here and work.
Let's talk about the process. If someone has an issue, a lot of times they're emergencies, but even then, how does the consultation process work?
Well, usually with an emergency, if they call 1-800-SERVPRO, they'll go to a corporate office and they'll get a hold of me, and we'll go out and inspect the job. We'll see what damage is there, and just do a walkthrough. We have moisture sensors, moisture meters.
Pictures of some of the damage that you've been able to go in and remediate.
Yeah. Wow, what is that exactly? Did the ceiling fall down?
Yes, that was a water damage in Sonora, and it was a weekend house. A pipe broke with one of the freezes, and they came up to the weekend house, and all the drywall had been wet, and it often does. It collapses on the floor below.
And is there an issue with timing, that the sooner you get in, the less mold and other issues you're going to have?
Absolutely. Mold will start to grow in, might say optimal conditions in about 48 to 72 hours. But at SERVPRO, we have what we call a 148 policy. If the homeowner calls us, or SERVPRO corporate calls us, we call the homeowner within 1 hour. We're on site within 4 hours, and then we give a verbal briefing to the insurance company within 8 hours.
Okay.
That's nice and quick.
And Wilma, do you handle a lot of those calls?
No, I get the easy job. I'm actually the marketing manager there.
Okay.
And so one of the main responsibilities I have, obviously, is promoting the company. I also do a couple projects, and one of the most important ones that we offer in the community is we have continuing education courses. And what that is we have a professional speaker come from our corporate office, and at least once or twice a year, and he teaches classes on the main services we offer, which again are water restoration, fire restoration, mold mitigation. This is a free class. It's offered to realtors, insurance agents, property managers, but anybody in the community is welcome.
I might want to go to that, because mold
sounds
scares me to
really-
death. I
it
have some
does.
rental units too, and I tell them constantly, if there's ever leaks or anything, let me know right away, because the mold scares me to death. Every time, well, about once a year, they restrict your insurance policy and the payment levels because of mold.
That's true, and that's why it's important, if you have a slow leak under the kitchen sink or behind the refrigerator, get it fixed, because it might be a few $100s, but as soon as it turns into a mold abatement, it's a few $100s to have an environmentalist come in and test the air quality to even see what kind of mold it is. So a few $100s versus maybe a few $1,000. So preventive maintenance is a big deal.
Well, especially if you have to move out of your home because you didn't take care of something right away.
Yeah, and that happens. Some of the pictures we have here shows one of them, a lady pulled a refrigerator out, and the whole back of it, behind a refrigerator, had probably been leaking for years, and it was all nice and black mold. Ended up being Stachybotrys, which is one of the more toxic, but again, it can be fixed, but it's important to be proactive and do inspections.
Well, why don't you give us a phone number if people want to get in touch with you?
You can call me directly for these continuing education courses. My number is 304-4908, or you can email me directly, and that's Wilma, W-I-L-M-A, at SERVPRO9484.com. I do want to reiterate, for anything marketing or continuing education classes related, you can contact me. But for any kind of emergency services, our direct office line is 223-4423.
Okay,
Great.
and with
Well,
that,
thank
we're
you.
going to have to go to a break, and then we'll be back in a moment for our closing segment.
You're watching Amador County's #1 news and sports leader, TSPN.
It may not look like much water, but if there's bacteria in it, the cleanup can be way over your head, unless you call the cleanup specialist at 1-800-SERVPRO, like it never even happened.
It's
And Dan, what have you got for us?
Just to mention, we have a couple of classes that Wilma talked about earlier. We have one at the Best Western here in Jackson on January 29th from 9 to 11. It's on a fire and smoke damage.
Is that at the Amador end? Is that
Yes.
right? Okay.
And at the end of that, we're going to have an instructor also to give about a 30-minute overview on the H1N1 virus and what businesses or schools or homes can do to take care of that.
That's great. And phone number?
Is 223-4423 is our main office. So if you have any questions about what we mentioned or the classes, feel free to call us
And
directly.
Wilma, you might want to hit your cell phone again for people to call for the
Sure.
educational
It's
event.
304-4908.
All right. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.